where she is. Be in the mood of prayer and thanksgiving. Our God has blessed us to witness a powerful expression of his goodness today. Aretha was on this battleground for 60 years. Bow our heads in prayer. Accept our petition to God. Search our hearts, you know our ways, make us better, never bitter. More fit for the journey. Thank you for Reverend C.L. Franklin. Thank you for Aretha, Irma, Carolyn, and Cecil, bringing them our way. For the joy of their gifts, lessons they've learned and lessons they've shared. Somehow let us leave this place today better off than when we came. We fall down, but get back up again, because the ground is no place for champions, and so we rise to higher heights. Amen. I was asked by the family to give some personal reflections. Known Aretha almost 60 years, a lot of reflecting. I want Sabrina to stand again after these months of decline and going down the hill. The one who put all this stuff together has been Sabrina. Give Sabrina a big hand, won't you please? I visited her at least once a month, and every time I was there, Eddie would be by the door as a bodyguard. He was just, Eddie, stand again. Give him a big hand. Cousin Brenda. Son Brenda, just singing, Sarah. Earlene, give another big hand. For 30 years, no one's been more consistent than Will. Give Will a big hand. Give Will a big hand. Will has been, stand up, Will. He's been a trooper. I also want to, in the pastoral sense, thank the funeral home. Aretha was very sick toward the end. I was suspect that we should not open the body. But this funeral home, the Swanson, they've done a tremendous job. A big hand for O'Neill Swanson and his family. Big hand for O'Neill Swanson and his family. And last, we can't thank her too much, for she's among the living yet among us. Another hand for Maxine Waters. Maxine, stand again, please. Three of my children are here today because this is a family affair. My son, Jesse Jackson Jr., and Santita, and Dr. Jackie Jackson. It is a holy privilege to stand before you today. Painful to stand before Aretha, this hour of celebration. I want to honor the family's wishes and protocol and keep my remarks as brief as I can, but it is about reflections, and I want to give the room for Reverend Jasper Williams, one of the most profound preachers of our time. Reverend C.L. Franklin's funeral was conducted by Reverend Williams, and he maintains that authority in the family. As we enter the next phase of the phenomenal Aretha Franklin, there's much to be said and done built on this legacy that can't be appropriately said today. Death has caused another unplanned family reunion. We wouldn't be here if Aretha were not dead today. We give death too much power. We should be able to call each other and have a meeting like this and share. I was here for the Rosa Parks funeral and watched long lines at the museum for Rosa Parks, long lines for Aretha, long lines today. If we have long lines to celebrate death and short lines for voting, we lost Michigan by 11,000 votes. 100,000 Detroit unregistered. Long lines at the death of the icons and short lines for voting. Something is missing. For many of us from the Deep South, before internet and before the nightly TV shows, before Dr. King and Rosa Parks, that was Jet Magazine, the National Black Newspapers, and WLAC Nashville, Tennessee. Every Sunday night at 11 o'clock, Big Hoss Allen from Nashville would put on an hour of C.L. Franklin. He was our hero. The traditional sermons, Eagle Stirreth a Nest, Prodigal Son, In the Conflict. He said, tonight I'm not going to preach, I'm going to introduce my daughter and she can sing. It's not just my daughter, my daddy preach, she can really sing, so hear me. And really sing, never grow old. Reverend Billy Kyles, whose home Dr. King was on the way to visit when he was killed, was on a revival at New Bethel at that time. He gave the words to Aretha. Of herds of a land on the faraway strand, there's a beautiful home of the soul. Build this Jesus on high where we never shall die, a land where we'll never grow. It was a dark Sunday night in South Carolina, yet when it's real dark, the stars shine most clearly. That night a star was born. Somewhere between Nashville and eternity, we heard a voice from heaven, 14 years old. Aretha was our queen. She belonged and belongs to us. She was blessed to have the powerful gift of singing, perhaps the most remarkable voice and unique the world has ever heard. Arturo Toscanini, the Italian conductor, said of Marian Anderson that a voice like Mary is heard once in 1,000 years. Aretha's in that zone of once in 1,000 years. And she did not shy away from Ave Maria. From that point on, she only required to be called Aretha. Reverend Franklin sent her to school, and she took music lessons and cultivated in the womb of most soulful singers of our time. New Bethel, Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers, Clara Ward and the Ward Singers, Mavis and Pop Staples. These are her. She came out of that womb. Lou Rawls and the Pilgrim Travelers, Madam Moss Clark, Ira Tucker and the Dixie Hummingbirds, Alex Bradford, Too Close, Sister Houston, Whitney's mother, sang in the background, the Winans and Reverend Craig, the Gospel Harmonettes, Mahalia Jackson, Dinah Washington, the Captain Spirituals, the Mighty Clouds of Joy, and Joe Ligon. Reverend James Cleveland directed the choir at New Bethel. Really came out of this womb, Reverend Gaither and Reverend Clare, and she had the gifts, but she had an environment that loaned itself to her developing. She was baptized in singing, struggle, and service. In 1942, when she was born, not in Detroit, she was born on the Mississippi River in Memphis, Tennessee. The river that carried our people up and down for 246 years. Where does Aretha's soul come from? The Mississippi River. And it's cradled between Tennessee and Arkansas, Mississippi. 233 blacks were lynched in Tennessee. 492 in Arkansas. 654 in Mississippi. She was 13 when Emmett Till was lynched. What does her civil rights commitment come in? She had money and could not buy ice cream. Had a car and could not stop to buy gasoline. Aretha came out of the bowels of our struggle. Her father led the big march in Detroit, 1963. Led the groundwork for Dr. King, who stayed at his home until March on Washington. Along with Harry Belafonte, Dr. King was facing bankruptcy. We couldn't go any further. Where was the money coming from? We couldn't get from the banks. Black banks were too small. White banks were very hostile. And so Aretha and Harry Belafonte said, we're taking an 11-city tour. Raise money and give you the money. But Dr. King was so unpopular, it was under such attack. We couldn't fill up an auditorium this size with Aretha Franklin and Harry Belafonte. We stepped on the stage in Houston, Texas. On that stage, they put tear gas in the fan where they evacuated the building. She kept right on singing. She sang for Carter, Mandela, Clinton, Obama. But she felt as comfortable singing of Albertina Walker. Because after all, before we had this level of technology, there was Albertina Walker and Shirley Caesar and Casella George in the same group called the Caravans. I was called last week to see Aretha. I met with her at least a month for the last 3 years. She called late at night. Jackie would say, get the phones. Aretha's on the phones. We're talking 2 to 5. We'd pray a while and cry a while. When I came last Wednesday, Aretha was in a coma and had not been able to wake up or move in some days. And I was with Earlene. And I said, Reed, wake up, baby, wake up, baby. She opened her eyes. I rubbed the warmth of her hand one more time. Kissed on the forehead and said, it was a hard goodbye. We came back that night with Sabrina and had another prayer meeting with her. Her father's records were playing in the background. I thought as I left the last time, Shakespeare said, when she shall die, take her hand and cut up in little stars, and she will make the heavens so fine that all the world will be in love with night. Aretha had the power to make the film directors cry. She touched all of us in a very deep and profound kind of way. Then she got sicker. We would talk more and more, and she would call late at night. And are you coming? I said, yes, I'm going to bring Greg, and I'm not going to bring Greg. I don't really bother Greg.